10 airplane secrets flight attendants don't reveal. Food isn't acceptable. The arrangement of in-flight suppers happens somewhere in the range of 12 and 72 hours before takeoff. After impact cooling to 5 degrees Celsius, the staff can save the food in a chilly stockpiling for as long as 5 days before breaking worldwide food cleanliness gauges. Have to work for intense hours. Being a flight attendant is more than just hopping from the airport to home. They regularly work long hours and take multiple trips each day. They don't have a working week, per se, but they can work up to 8 days in a row at times. They can also work up to 4 flights a day, or operate 2 15-hour flights in 4 days. Regulation is that they have 20 minutes of break after every 12 hours. Their job isn't as glamorous as it seems it is. While TV shows and movies may make the life of a flight attendant seem like a non-stop party, the actual job is rarely that exciting, as it involves early wake-ups and long periods of time away from home. People think a lot of their job is traveling to amazing places all the time and having long layovers, but a lot of the time, it's a flight to Newark with a 10-hour layover, or a red-eye flight to Hawaii just to turn right around. Tea, coffee or champagne. If you're ordering a drink on board, it's probably best to skip anything that doesn't come from a bottle or can. A flight attendant was quoted saying, "I personally would not drink the potable water from the aircraft. So, the tea, coffee, I would avoid. The water isn't so bad, but how often do you really think those tanks are cleaned?" Their work-life balance goes for a toss. Long hours and all that time spent away from home can make having a normal life difficult. Not being in control of your schedule and your life, working with people you don't want to be around, having a temperamental passenger, and getting the calls for last-minute trips that pop up. These are the very reasons that make it difficult for them to have a normal life. They receive a lot of awkward compliments. Many industry professionals say that compliments and double entendres are part of the course. Passengers compliment them frequently. They tell the attendants how beautiful they are or what a pretty smile they have. Special sleeping cabin on international flights. If you've ever wondered how flight attendants stay so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed on 14-hour flights, it's not just because they're used to long hours. There is a secret cabin for them upstairs where they take a nap for sleep. They seriously expect you to turn off your gadgets. Because communication between air traffic control and the cockpit can be interrupted due to electronics not just from one person, but from the joint effort of all the electronics passengers have. It matters a great deal that passengers should place electronics in airplane mode during taxi, takeoff and landing. Time is money. A postponed takeoff can be baffling for all of us. It feels like a lifetime when you anticipate the declaration that the plane is, at last, getting ready to move. However, have you at any point thought about that the airline stewards quietly responding to everybody's inquiries during this period aren't getting paid at this point? This additionally implies every single important mean of pre-flight readiness, including any pilot checks like climate, course coordination, and briefings, just as specialists helping travelers with getting onto the plane and finding their seats are unpaid work. They hate it when you treat them like waiters. Flight attendants go through rigorous training at the airlines 6 days a week for 10 hours a day and for 5 weeks in total. It's pretty intense. Flight attendant training not only includes learning technical details of the plane you'll be flying on, there's also heavy safety training, with them learning how to safely evacuate the aircraft and even extinguish onboard fires. So, the least they would expect you is to treat them with dignity.